first time I heard about vegan when my niece became vegan, and we all freaked out.
Every time we get together, there's always, ये तो vegan है, घास फूस खाती है.
Really? Food can do that? Why weren't we told about it?
All these responses, I was blown. I said, wow. Coming from one question.
There's something about this that seems like it's not going to be a fad.
Vegan was eating grass. That's what I thought, because my niece only ate grass, green, and some blueberries, and she was hungry every day. So I thought that is not right. You can't eat grass.
I discovered the word vegan and I went to Google and I searched vegan, what is vegan? And first PETA videos came up and it was all about dairy cruelty. And it opened my eyes so much, like I was thinking about it all night.
I thought, nah, I gotta go. And I went to my mom and I was like, Ma, I'm going vegan. And she said, nahi. Kahan se milega? Like, where are you gonna get your nutrition and all from? And then I didn't have any answers. I didn't know what to say to that. I didn't know what to do about it. And then after that, I kind of got fed up of my bull's nonsense. And I said, nah, I'm going vegetarian. I have to try it. And then I went vegetarian, and with the main purpose to actually transition into veganism.
Doesn't veganism mean giving up dairy and animal products? Isn't it important for our diets?
Oh my God, to turn vegan, we need to give up dairy. What will I do with my, what is it called? Curd rice. Right? The curd rice and the majge, the buttermilk. What will we do without it? I come from a vegetarian background, and I thought that we eat very healthy. I was a little conscious, taking care into my own kitchen, what we cook, what we eat. Dairy being the most important ingredient in our kitchen. So milk, milk products, cheese, butter, making homemade ghee, homemade paneer was our, like, to feel very proud about. Till we figured out a different way. When I turned vegan, I made this little small conscious shift. We decided, okay, fine, let's open a plant-based cafe because we have no oil, no sugar too. Vegan, just vegan food can be junk, but being whole food plant-based is no oil and no sugar and no refined, no white rice, no maida, no white flour, no dairy definitely, and no meat.
I show up in Just Be accidentally, and I eat this most amazing delicacy, food beyond taste. I was so satisfied, so happy. I spent a couple of weeks here, and slowly I was adjusted to vegan. I understood that vegan is not eating grass, but eating plant-based diet. That's what nature gave us, and that is all nutrients.
Why would anyone want to go vegan? Why would people give up meat?
My name is Varun. I'm a chef by profession, currently working at the ISKCON Temple as a food quality manager and a recently turned vegan. You know, I think back now to a time in culinary college where one day we walked into our kitchen and we just saw the carcass of a dead pig, you know, lying in front of us, hanging in front of us. And our chef was the one with the knife, and there were 30 of us surrounding this dead pig. And he was very systematically, without any remorse, making cuts into the pig and showing us how we should cut out a proper steak, or how we should, this is the pork belly, or, you know, he was telling us different things. And, you know, I remember going back home that day feeling very disturbed and not right about the whole thing.
So basically, Abhishek Tevar, who's a bodybuilder, weightlifter, he came to me 6 months back, and Just Be was sponsoring food for him because he wanted to go for a competition, and he said that, okay, fine, Just Be is going to sponsor all the nutrients and everything what a bodybuilder would need through the plant-based diet. Before the competition, he met with an accident.
3 weeks before competition, unfortunately, I met with an accident, and exactly 3 weeks before my international debut, and I broke my 2 bones of my left knee, the tibia and fibula. That was not the complication. With the bones, I broke my nerves. So there is no blood supply to the bones, and the recovery is supposed to take 8 months to 1 year. At that time, I was following a proper vegan diet. I was not into whole food, plant-based diet. I just started the diet, and the wound recovered so fast. It was healed. Doctor removed the plaster in like 2-3 weeks, and the moment it was removed, I was in the gym. I used to come in the gym with a walker. I couldn't walk, but still, with a walker, I came to the gym, and I started strengthening myself. For 2 months, completely went on rehab. The food I was taking during my recovery was a whole food plant-based diet, which has a lot of raw vegetables, raw fruits, and whole food plant-based diet works amazing for recovery. It works wonders. Vegan athletes recover very fast, and like in such a serious orthopedic injuries also can be recovered very fast, because there is already so much of inflammation happening in the body, and your body is fighting back. And in plus that, if you give animal products like chicken or eggs or dairy, whatever the doctors were suggesting me, if I would have given that, inflammation just would have increased.
What about protein? Isn't it a crucial part of anyone's diet?
Forget thinking about protein. Body doesn't grow only with protein. The micronutrients are much more important. The carbohydrate is important. The good fats are important. People just go mad about protein. It's not only about protein. And if you want your body to absorb more protein, just start exercising.
I have stopped eating red meat kind of a few years now, and I really take my protein in different ways, but now I'm learning to identify where the protein is in the plants.
Eliminating is one thing, but what do you bring in? Bring in smoothies, bring in a lot of salads, bring in a lot of nuts and seeds into your body. So the basic thing is that we need to listen to our body. Our body rejoices, feels fantastic when the food full of energy is given. But when we give dead food, with no prana, what does the meat have? It's dead. It has no prana. How can it give us life? There's a logical reasoning to it. Fruits and vegetables, they are alive. Eat that and experience that, and let your body speak, then your mind speaks.
The body is intelligent. It knows how to heal. But we, as humans, think that we are far more intelligent, and we screw up the whole process. This body is like a temple. This is the Gopura, and the soul inside residing is the God. So are you putting your God in a garbage, or are you putting your God in a temple? You decide.
Isn't milk considered holy? Isn't dairy an important part in our religious belief?
The biggest religious belief is about ghee and the Krishna's time. So that is what people say, that, oh my God, it's coming from Krishna's time. And that is the biggest challenge to break. When people speak about, like in the West, it is a turkey. Thanksgiving is the turkey time. I remember listening to Bill Clinton's one interview, and he says, yeah, I'm vegan 95% and plant-based, because he reversed his heart disease by changing the diet. And then when he says that, yeah, I had turkey because it's a ritual. So that was interesting to see how people believe in the rituals, and and that is such a challenge, because against science, against logical reasoning.
I will quote Dr. Sailesh Rao. One of his talks that I was at, he said, these stories in, for example, in Hinduism, because that's the one I'm most intimate with, these stories are symbolic, they're metaphorical. If you bring them into real life, that loses its meaning. You're not understanding the story. You're bringing it, because see, there's so many stories, like the story of Hanuman carrying a mountain. Now, in a logical sense, I would say that Hanuman didn't really carry the mountain. I think the mountain is symbolic of something. Or for example, when Krishna danced over the 7-headed snake, that is very commonly interpreted as Krishna overcoming the 7 chakras, and now he controls his whole body. It's not that he was actually dancing over some creature that doesn't exist anymore.
Milk is not designed for us. It is the calf's right on it. Why are we snatching it? And what are we getting? Extra hormones, which we don't need. Extra calcium and protein, which we don't need, and our body doesn't know how to cut that down. We're just informed with material which is very convenient in the society, not what is right for our body and for us.
Meat is macho. It's a man's food. It's in our instinct to hunt animals.
We go out, we kill these animals that are completely defenseless against us because we have these huge tools, right? And then what do we do after that? After they're dead and they're defenseless, they have no defenses. And then we cut that up and we boil it and then we eat it. We cook it up and we eat it. What is manly about that? What is macho about that?
When people say that meat is macho, they're just misinformed, unfortunately, and I don't feel anger towards them. I feel a sense of, pity towards them, saying that, I hope this guy, figures it out soon if he needs help, and I hope I'm able to help him, but, I'm not going to try and force a block of tofu down his mouth. If he wants to have his chicken kebab, he can go ahead and do it.
I think whole food plant-based has been a life changer. I don't think I felt this energetic even when I was 20. But today, I'm up at 5, sometimes because it's a new business, it's a new venture for me, we are working till 12. And where does this energy come from? Because the next day, again, I'm ready. And the third day, and it's been 2.5 years. For me, I live a medicine-free life. I don't need to put ointments and steroids, which I use for years together for my skin allergy, rosacea, migraines. Crocin, popping a pill was like popping a sweet. It was like so common for me. That's out of my life.
The way that people are really putting down cigarettes right now with their knowledge, I think in the future that's how we're going to be putting down meat. But until we get people on board that meat is not the best for you, for the earth, for the animals, for your spiritual growth.
I can say with all my heart and soul that I'm never going to handle meat again.
Food plays a very important role for a good mind. And plant-based food is very simple. There is no complication in that. You eat it, the rest of the work the body and the food does it.